Heart of the Matter wouldn't be possible without the support of our sponsors, Coast News Group, Godania Organic Eatery, Repegs, and John Milkowski Tax Law. Together, let's get to the heart of the matter. All right, welcome to the Heart of the Matter podcast. I'm June An.
I'm Dr. Lisel Lewis.
A lot's happened in the last 6 months or so. Since we've had our podcast, you've become my co-host, my co-facilitator on Friday. Thank you so much. I really haven't been able to officially announce it, but you've done a lot of great things, and we've had a lot of fun.
I've had so much fun. I think we haven't announced it because it was such a natural fit. It wasn't like a stop and start. It was just like,
True.
Hey, you want to co-host with me? And I was like, hey, sure, I'm already there.
Right. It was a smooth kind of transition, and you come up with some great topics to talk about on Friday. It's been a great partnership, and these interviews aren't these fun? I mean, if I could do this every day, I would do these podcasts. Which
is a plug for if you want us to do this every day for your brand, we absolutely can.
Awareness, Coast News. Thank you again to all our sponsors. Yeah, we just talked about it. We just did 2 promos for Coast News and for Tenisi Tech, our newest sponsor. But yeah, I mean, this is fun. We love promoting businesses and we love promoting people. And what a better way to do this with our audience, which I'm still shocked at how many people watch our podcast.
Crazy. The number of views that we get on the YouTube, I check it because it's kind of like looking on your Tinder. It's kind of like looking on your Bumble. Right? It's like, how many swipes did I get today? It's like we're getting thousands of views, and it's exciting because the businesses that we're promoting on these podcasts, like they're booming too.
Right, exactly. And it's funny too because they always say try to post as much as possible. And what I've noticed is even with our YouTube shorts, when we haven't posted in a while, then we get decent views. But if we post regularly, every view gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's interesting. The algorithm.
It's true.
I haven't figured it out yet.
For a long time, I pulled away from social media, but it's like the conversations we're having, the guests that we're having on, it's so organic that it's obviously drawing in people.
Right.
Like you don't have to be a content creator. All you have to do is have honest conversations, post things that you really care about, and then people will find you and follow you.
Does that make you an influencer?
I think so.
Really?
I think so. I think we're micro influencers. Okay. And that means when you don't have millions of views, millions of followers, but the 3,000 followers that I have, it's translating into business.
Oh. Well, so if you need to speak to her agent, Natron, Renee, But no, this has been a lot of fun, and like the potential. And now we have the committee helping us kind of expand the group, and we're approaching 600 members, and Fridays are 120 to 140 people every Friday. The possibilities are endless.
It really is. So in this article about the group in Coast News Group, it's an older photo from MarketSpace, and it's probably like 40, 50 people. Yeah. It's like our meetings are now, pushing way over 100 people, 120 people. And I think that's possible because of Godania and the way that their structure of their restaurant is.
And it's energy. It's an exchange of energy. It's like people, kind of like how you just fit in perfectly, but how like people just attract good people. And we've seen a lot of change. We've seen a lot of growth from people. We see tears on a regular basis.
Oh my gosh. You often say that, like somebody always cries on one of our meetings. Somebody always, cries during one of your coffees. It's true. And it's not sad cries. It's happy cries. They're like so proud of themselves for following their dreams, starting their business, like doing what they needed to do in life, that they're so happy to cry.
But even that, there are some sad cries too. There are sad cries, but that's what I love about it is because you can be vulnerable. A lot of times we have to be in this box. We have to portray an image, especially as a business owner or an entrepreneur. You try to portray a certain image, but it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be like, I'm stressed. I don't know what to do. And in the supportive unit that we've created on Fridays, that's amazing. And that's why the podcast to me is so important to us and the community, is that a lot of times, same thing. People don't really know the business owner. They know the business somewhat, But if you get to know the person behind it, you want to support it so much more.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think that is one beautiful part about social media, is if you actually are authentic on your social media, if you actually are vulnerable on your social media, you do attract more people that think, oh, okay, I can relate to this person, and eventually I'm going to support their business. But I think we can see through the paid ads and the like fakeness of LinkedIn
or that everything's
and Instagram
always
now.
good. Like everything's always, I'm very positive. Things do work out, but I do run into issues. I do run into problems that I have to navigate, and it's important to be able to be vulnerable and to let people know, I'm kind of struggling. Like, for the longest time, I've done a lot of stuff for the group for 2 years. I was struggling. I needed help, so I brought it up to the group. We had how many people come and help with the committee, and it's been great. But it took me saying, hey, I can't do this myself.
That's where the committee comes in. There are some people who they don't necessarily want to be face front, and they don't want to be there, 100% every single day, but they do want to help behind the scenes. And, if they can only come every other week or whatever it is, I think the most helpful people sometimes are, you never even know that they're working.
No, you're right. Well, and that thing too, that's the funny thing about kind of what's happened in the last 2 years is I didn't want to be the front person. I honestly, I didn't want to do the podcast. That's not something I naturally wanted to do, but it just I just went with the flow, and it kept going and growing that way. And obviously, Nick McCoy, I love Nick. He helped found the group with me, and he was co-leading, and he actually spoke way more than I did, and I was totally comfortable with that. But then, because of his work, and he's doing phenomenally well, he kind of had to step away, and his family responsibility. So I kind of took on that lead position, and it just continues to grow. Now I've been pushed up front. I'm grateful to have you. It's been fun.
It's funny you say that, because even with my business, when I was creating like an S Corp, I was like, crap, I can't think of any names. I'm just going to name it Lisel Lewis Chiropractic. And people are like, what's the name of your office? And I'm like, I don't want to call it Lisel Lewis Chiropractic. It's so much more than that. But, you almost have to create your own brand on your own and, be ready for, who knows, for a lot of attention. It's like, I think every time somebody comes to the group for the first time, they're like, I heard about this because I follow June on Instagram, or because a business partner I work with works with June. They're so motivated by you, and it's like you've kind of become this inspiration for a lot of people.
Oh, thank you. All right, we've done a great job of branding the group and Heart of the Matter. We've grown to close to 600 people. Now, how do we market this? How do we get out there? Do we do SEO? How do we get the news out there?
Cohost News Group. Definitely.
Again, that wasn't my intention in the first place, but it's and it's funny because I've said this before. I'm great at giving advice, but I don't take my own advice. And I always tell people, whatever business you have, whatever company you have, if you make yourself the brand, it'll carry through.
Good point.
And so, I always tell people, whatever business that they have, whatever their name is, that's fine. But if you speak from your heart and you become the brand, people will follow you and people will support your business. And that's kind of just naturally happened with the group. I didn't go into it trying to be the brand, but I think when people ask, like, what's the secret sauce? And I think you have it as well, is that I genuinely care about people. I genuinely love everybody within the group. I love this community, and that's why I do these personal coffees. I want to give a piece of me to you. So,
Of the most well-known experts in whatever field, I feel like all of them say, I don't take my own advice.
Yeah, true.
I'm an expert because I've, messed up so many times that I know how to pivot so many times, and now I can give you my expertise. But it doesn't mean that you necessarily made every single decision right and followed your own advice every single time.
Oh, yeah. Well, in the men's group this past Tuesday, or last Tuesday, one of the discussion things was about kind of just slowing down. Just slow down and I tell people that all the time. hey, just slow down. Slow down, enjoy, find something else to do. And it came around to me, and I'm like, I just took on another project and another project. So I don't take my advice. But what I did discover was, as we had that discussion, I tend to thrive on having too much to do. But the only way I can do that is because I train jiu-jitsu and I work out first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
So that's my...
Your grounding.
Yeah, that's my grounding. That's my to slow down type, period.
Yeah,
like,
for
what
real.
do you do?
Okay, well, for years, I did CrossFit. And I thought, like, as many reps as possible, as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And this is just like a superficial example. My body was whatever. It was the same for years. Until I started doing Legree, which is slower. It's like a slower version of Pilates. Everything is supposed to be like at an 8 count, as slow as possible.
Really?
That's when I started seeing like, I have these muscles. It's like, it doesn't matter how many reps you get in as fast as possible. It's like, what happens when you slow down and take a step back and see like, okay, what am I actually doing that's helpful and what am I doing that's hurtful? I think a lot of the juggling is like, you don't need that many balls in the air.
Yeah.
Like, well, how many of those balls are totally wasteful?
Right, exactly.
Balls.
So, see, that's why this is fun. This podcast is fun.
I can juggle.
Yeah, well, so can I.
Well, see, we should practice like
back and
throwing
forth.
them back and forth.
When we do our Friday facilitation, we'll just go back and forth.
That's a good idea.
Or the mics. Let's juggle the mics.
That's next level.
That's next level. Okay. Well, so you said Legree?
I've been doing Legree for like a year now that I've been in Solana Beach at Elevate Training.
Elevate.
And actually the sticker on my water bottle right now says like, Elevate Training where fast lives go to slow down.
Oh,
I love that.
No, so do I. I follow Elevate. I've seen them. They're pretty active in the community.
Totally.
So.
Becca Burns, San Diego local.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, we're going to have her on the podcast too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
as
good.
many people, if you're watching this, if you want to sponsor it, if you want us to do a promo video, if you want to be on the podcast, this podcast is for you. I mean, it really is for the community.
You know what? So I think the way we got so tight, me, you, and Natron, is you had me on the podcast like fairly early on. And that was like one of the first like very beautifully produced podcasts I had been on. And you get so personal and you get so real that it's like,
Natron.
We're going to be tight now. Like, you know all this about my life? Like, we're going to be friends now.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Well, because early on, too, we met through Nick McCoy.
Right? Nick McCoy, Dana McCoy.
Yes. And so we started talking. You started going to Market Space, and it just, right away, thought your energy, everything was just top-notch, or hilarious, and yeah, we've gotten closer now, so.
Thank you. Well, and we're both Asian, and you send me all these Asian memes, and so, it's like familia.
I do. There's only a handful of people that would understand that's in my network, so she understands.
It's
a lot of
Cool
Filipino
Whip
stuff. So.
It's like, what do you put in a Cool Whip bowl? Not Cool Whip.
Yeah, I know. Come on, that's storage. So, yeah. I mean, come on. But,
I think you had me on the podcast, in like...
Really early.
I know exactly when. It was in like June of last year.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember because I had only opened my office in May. And I think I had gotten Botox that day. Oh. And I was like, shit, I need to come back to film this podcast. And I know on that podcast, my face is like barely moving.
Really?
Yeah. So that was June of last year.
Okay. Now we're going to have to edit that part in so you can see the tight face and see what happens. But,
the movement now.
Well, and again, I think that's also another reason why, like, a lot of people resonate with you because a lot of people, they don't talk about their Botox. You just say whatever, which is amazing. I mean, you're vulnerable. You're open about the things you do. So
thank you. I want people to know. It's like I think a big part of that podcast was me talking about the first seizures that I had in my life.
Yeah.
And it's like, I want people to know what I did that caused that seizure. And I want people to know what I do now to prevent those seizures. And I want people to know like what I'm actually doing in my life so that if it's working for me, maybe it'll work for them. Like that's how I got into chiropractic. It was working for me, and so I became a chiropractor. Or it's like,
I love it.
If I have like a face product that people I think might use, then I'll post it, especially if it's like $10, you know?
Yeah. Well, and again, that's why I know you fit in perfectly, because you are so heart-centered, and you really, your goal is to help people. It's kind of like, I mean, now you're helping health practitioners. What's this?
This has been so fun. Okay, so I just got this like motivation to create a course for other chiropractors, but not necessarily just for chiropractors. So it's a program called Free and Clear, My Private Practice, and it's for health practitioners to create their own solo private practice. And there are a lot of business coaches for chiropractors. I have been the student of like $50,000 worth of business coaching, but I noticed when I opened my business, other acupuncturists, aesthetic RNs, massage therapists, they were like, we don't have business coaches specific to healthcare. And I was like, okay, let me create a program that's affordable. Because all these business coaches that I went to were top notch, and they charge top notch prices. But it's like, what if you're a new graduate? Like, what if you just spent $200,000 on, physical therapy school? What can you afford for your mentorship? Like, my program's only $247.
Oh, wow.
And by the end of it, it's about like you could fit it into one day, or you could do it in 1 month or whatever. By the end of the month, people are opening their practices, and it's like, you can create a business that's authentic to you without spending, $10,000 on the build-up.
Brandon, what's going on? This is gonna be our biggest deal. We can't be down.
I don't know, man. I've been trying to reach tech support for hours now. They're not responding. They said they're probably not gonna get back to us for the next couple of days.
Tennessee Tech told you this was gonna happen. Let's call them right now. They do the tech support, cybersecurity, they can help us.
Let's do it. All right, team, great job. Because of Tennessee Tech, we were able to present this and close it. Good job, team.
I love that. Well, yeah, because a lot of practitioners, you're right, they spend that money and they're so focused in on how to do their modality, they're never taught how to do the business part. And so they struggle. A lot of people, and we've seen it in the group, and they struggle with the business side of things.
Right. That's why I was like so active in the group, because there's so many health practitioners in the group, and I could see that a lot of like very empathetic caregiving health practitioners or holistic health practitioners, they just want to give. They just want to give. And it's like, maybe if you pay them, thank you. But they just want to give and extend and extend. It's like, how can I create a business that charges a reasonable amount of money and maintain a life that is, secure enough that I can pay my bills, but still being authentic. You know, it's like, you still want to give, but you also have to gain.
That fits perfectly with the group. I mean, that's really what we talk about on a regular basis, is to be heart-centered, but you still have to run the business side. So each side can learn from each other, and if you really believe in your modality, your practice, it's okay to get paid. It's okay to charge people. And a lot of people are like, they shy away from the money side. But you really do need it, especially in California. I mean, I always joke around, the reason why I do so much is because I have to. It's California.
It goes back to that juggling. I mean, if we were in another state, I think it would be less money, less problem. No. Like, it would be less money, more problems, and then more money, more bigger problems. It's like, in California, how much of your income are you actually keeping? And then how much is going that to your landlord, and how much of that is going to your gas, and how much, it's like, we're in a very unique place to be entrepreneurs.
It's so true. And then when I speak to a lot of small business owners, when I ask them what are your costs of goods? Like, so what are you, like, what's your actual cost? And they're like, oh, well, I pay for this. I'm like, and then I'll bring it, well, what about this and this? They're like, oh, yeah, I pay for that. Well, I was like, that's included. Like, what do you really make? They think that they see the gross. They're like, oh, I take home about so-and-so. Well, if you write it down and you have that set up, then you can allocate money to marketing, to whatever it is, so that you can continue to grow. But if you really don't know what your costs are, Yeah.
So if you want to like get to the ugly side of business, look at your last hospital bill. Let's pretend you just had a baby. Look at your super bill of childbirth. There's like, okay, doctors, nurses, they charge for the Q-tips, they charge for the cotton balls, they charge for those pee pads that they put under mom when they're giving birth. Like, everything has a fee, and the reason why, you know, your hospital bill is so high is not only because of insurance inflation, but because they're charging for that step you made into the door. They're charging you already. It's like, how come you know, like well-trained Reiki master, how come you're not charging, you know, for all the time that you spent becoming an expert?
That is true.
Just because, like, why? Because we're givers and we want to like show how much we love our clients. It's like, but you deserve something quantifiable in the world.
Right. No, absolutely. Next week we're going to have Robin from Yoga on 101, and again, it's a small studio, heart-based. You have a clientele that's been loyal. She just bought it last year. But it's difficult because you're going up against the big core powers, the chain type thing. Yeah. But the thing is, you can learn from them. They a lot of times these corporations take out the heart, and it's all about the money. And so the small business owner is like, well, no, I'm all heart. And they don't know about the money. You've got to try to find that balance. That's the thing. So there's a reason why core power is as big as they are.
Dude, I've been wanting to try Yoga 101 because the style of yoga that changed my life. I started when I was in high school. They used to be called Bikram yoga.
Oh yeah.
And now usually that sequence is called 26 and 2, and they do it at Yoga 101. So I want to try it.
Perfect.
Core Power did a really good job of doing this one thing: yoga teacher training. Yoga teacher training. They teach yoga there. Yeah. But what they really did is they put a price on getting your yoga teacher certification, and now there's thousands of people with a yoga certification but nowhere to work.
Right.
Because Core Power is not hiring those people to be instructors, but they did give them their certification. So now these new instructors are like, where do I go? And that's when they go to Free and Clear My Private Practice, and I'll show you. How do you open your small business? How do you actually get, return clients?
Yeah.
How do you actually, now serve your community?
Right. No, it's true. I love that. That's what we're here for, to try to help everybody succeed, because everyone can succeed, whether you're in the same industry. I mean, if you're another chiropractor, she'll completely help you. It's not like you two are competing, or it's not that competition mindset.
No. There's another chiropractor at the group, Dr. Charlie, Dr. John. They're my friends. Yeah. We're like chiropractors. We're like family.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So what else is lined up for the future for you?
Oh.
The podcast. We're going to grow the podcast. We're going to do promo videos. We're going to grow the group.
The podcast has really been like my favorite thing that I'm a part of right now, honestly. Yeah, especially because this is the way of the future.
Right.
I know that, we're not the first podcast to develop, but I see the progression happening.
Right.
Like, who else wants to be on the podcast? And are they based in San Diego? Are they based somewhere else?
Do we travel? Do we whatever?
Honestly.
Are we going to be, if you're on Fox News, Fox 5, any other news station here, you want us to host? We'll host. Hey, can you believe we have 336 members now of the group?
I know.
That's
Crazy
growing
how
so much.
fast that was actually in a
Let's
year.
celebrate.
Okay, you're always wanting, look at that. Look how quick he is to celebrate.
Well, we have to celebrate.
What are you looking for though?
So that corkscrew.
Tune. Los Cuernos. No corkscrew needed. What do you want? You want a rosé? Red. Another red. But you want Chardonnay, I'm sure.
Chardonnay, just
Pop that open.
Amazing. Actually, I had a patient who's on the local Fox channel.
Nice.
I helped her with her TMJD, her jaw pain.
Oh, okay.
If you're going to be on the news, you can't have jaw pain.
That's true. Yeah. Well, I don't watch our podcast. I'm not saying don't watch it, but I still have yet to watch the podcast. But so I don't really know what I look like, but
I do watch the podcast. I watch the podcast. I listen to it sometimes I watch the actual video of it, mainly because I want to hear, I want to remember what I just learned from, but also there's a reason why some people are watching our video.
True.
I think there's like something, chemical happening on these podcasts, because we could easily have like 10 views and nobody really want to watch.
And that's why I don't watch our podcast, because I don't want to ruin that chemistry. No, but the truth is that I don't like the way I sound. I don't think anyone really does. So, and I have an oversized head. I don't want to accentuate it. So
that's where Natron comes in.
Yeah.
He does our editing.
Yeah.
Thank God.
But I always tell people that I don't rewatch it because I lived it. I had the questions. We went through it, so I'm like, oh, okay.
You know what though? The first few sessions of the group where I was co-hosting, I was freaking nervous. Like, I don't really remember those moments.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I don't know, even though I was like comfortable with you and comfortable with the other people at the group, something about it being like official, I was nervous and I don't remember like what was said.
Yeah.
So even those first few podcasts, I remember Sean Lake with Bub's Naturals. That was the first podcast. And I'm like, hopefully it was good, because I was nervous, you know?
Well, yeah, if you look at our first handful of it, I think I fell asleep with Lucchetti Barbershop in Emiliano.
Wait, did you really?
Pretty much. It was a long podcast. It was 3 hours, but I tend to fall asleep because of that sound, that the clippers. So he was cutting it, and I barely said a word. It was pretty much just Nick speaking and Susan speaking. So
that's a good sign of a good barber.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. So now it definitely gets easier, and that's why I tell people on Fridays when they speak, the two features that we have, it's difficult because we do have 100 to 140 people. So it's not like sitting in front of 10 people speaking. You're in front of, but it's such a supportive group. It's the place to practice. So if you are, and I always tell people, if you are a part of BNI, the Chamber, those are great organizations. Continue to be a part of that. But if you're doing even Toastmasters, if you're speaking, if you're going to do a presentation, come to the group, practice. We'll help you.
The funny thing about the group, now that we have microphones, thanks to Archie.
Oh, yeah.
Has anybody, since we're Filipino, has anybody ever been like, sing that song, and you're like, no, I can't. But when you're doing karaoke and you have a microphone, and they're like, sing that song, Natron, and you're like, I can sing that song, because then the microphone gives you almost like a shield. And at the group with the microphone, it's like, I have this, something stable that I'm holding on to. I'm gonna talk like a pro.
Well, I was thinking about getting like the NSYNC little microphone, so we were hands-free.
That's a good idea. I think that would make me feel more like a telemarketer than a band member.
Yeah, I like having the mic, because then we can hand it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, Archie's been great.
I know. Heck
He's also a DJ, so he volunteered all that equipment. So it's been great. It's funny going back to market space that we even needed. Like, it's gotten so big. It went from actually Lazy Acres, where it's a small table. Have a conversation. You can even whisper and people can hear you.
Yeah.
To now where it got to the point in market space where people were like, hey, I can't hear you. So then when we went to Grania, I tried it with like a small karaoke machine.
I remember.
Didn't really work, but now we're at this loudspeaker surround sound. And we're gonna have an auditorium soon.
I believe it. I see our third space.
Yeah.
I see our brick and mortar that's gonna be ours.
Right. That's gonna be fun. And it's not, again, to really promote us. It's that it gives us a platform to help as many people as possible. Because to be honest, the more people that show up, the more I promise it'll help you in some way. It really will. I've seen people on a personal level have friendships, and they've joined clubs within their group, and their businesses just blossom because now they're making that personal connection. But more often than not, someone's going to come up with, say, a stretch or issue that they're running into. There's going to be another 20 people that are running through the same thing. So it kind of sheds light on, I'm not the only one. So I love it.
Definitely. And I mean, of the other networking group that I've been a part of BNI, one of their principles is givers gain. And that principle is the more referrals you give to help somebody with their business, someday you'll get those same referrals, and whatever it is that you need, whether it be in your business or in your personal life, it's like you get it too.
Yeah,
there's
absolutely.
this like infinite wisdom there that we're just kind of like passing back and forth.
How good was that episode?
So good. Let's celebrate.
Where do you want to go?
JoJo's Creamery.
Ooh, my favorite. Look at all the flavors.
They even have vegan.
Ooh, awesome.
Hi, welcome in, you guys.
Hi, thank you. How are you?
Good. Is there anything I can get started for you?
My go-to is peanut butter cup and coconut almonds.
I'm gonna do coconut mounds in a cup, please.
All right, that'll be $15.85.
All right. Wait, my wallet.
June, you can use repegs.
Oh, that's right.
And you guys get 2 free cookies with those.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Repegs is so easy to use. Thanks a lot.
Exactly. I never talk about my business or what I typically do, but I'm 401. People call me all the time like, hey, do you know somebody? And I connect them. And what's been great about it is that besides like the happiness I see within myself for doing that, my business is blessed.
Yeah.
It just naturally kind of happens.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so for the podcast,
Yeah.
like what do you see happening in the future? What would you like? What kind of guests would you like to bring on?
So continue to bring like the quality of guests we've had, but I would like to take it national because the group, we have people all over asking us to open up locations. I would love to create this third space, an incubator, but build this community because the reason why it's grown is it's not one individual, it's not a couple individuals. It's because, to be honest, the community needs it. People need that connection. So if we can create what we've created here in other cities, then the podcast can grow to other cities.
Yeah.
Now we're shedding light on different, people in different parts of the region because here, biotech is big. That's kind of the main industry here. But the industry in Seattle, completely different. Industry in New York is completely different. Well, what if we continue to build this community, but shed light on different industries from throughout? And then if somebody from, say, Seattle wants to get into the biotech industry or the holistic industry, well, what a better way to come to this chapter, learn from other people, be on our podcast, watch our podcast, and learn from other people from that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I lived in LA for so many years. A lot of my network is up there. Like my friend Salema Masakela, he's co-owner of Hume, the deodorant company. One of my friends, Joshua Rainier Goldstein, like he's got his own TV show now that he's filming. And I'm like, come down, be on this podcast. But it's like, what if we went up there?
Yeah.
Also, oh my gosh, one thing about LA is so funny. There are all these Tulum-inspired restaurants. It's like you really do get inspiration from certain cities.
Yeah.
And then you recreate it wherever you actually live.
Right.
Like all these Tulum-inspired restaurants or like Australian-inspired restaurants that are like sprinkled throughout LA. What about the like inspiration you get from San Diego?
Right.
Like what's a California burrito in San Diego, and then you go back to Ohio and you like create this disgusting California burrito over there. But what inspired you about San Diego, about Encinitas that you take home with you to your business?
You're right. Every city has a special thing. Encinitas has a special place in my heart. It's got this calling. A lot of people, it draws them to that, Encinitas, but you're right. If we could shed light, spread it around, and I just feel like it's gonna create more community, create that kind of village mentality in every city that we can possibly do this. It's just gonna make it a better place. It's gonna make that connection even stronger. And we always say, everyone eats, everyone can succeed. Just imagine if we open this, have different podcasts, shed light on people behind the business, and just continue to grow this. Where again, it's not a typical Q&A. We're just having a conversation. It's the coffees that we do. So
yeah, definitely. I'm excited. I'm excited to be a part of it. It's been like a part of the group And you have been in my life for a year now, and I like see my next few years
Love it. Yes.
involved with the group and
She's
friends
locked in.
with June. I'm locked in. Yeah.
Yes, perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna make her sign a contract today. It's a lifeline contract.
Yes, in
so.
perpetuity.
There it is.
We should do it on a napkin because that's where all these like
yeah.
crazy contracts have
Yeah.
always been done. Was like
Right.
at a dinner table, written on a napkin, and it's like
That's it.
you're signed up in
Yeah.
perpetuity.
Well, you know what we'll do? We'll do it on this Coast News.
On our Coast News
I love this cover, by the way.
newspaper. Yes.
Well, this is fun. Every podcast is fun. Again, I appreciate you, everything you bring. Natron behind the scenes, I appreciate you. You've done a great job with this. We're going to continue to grow it. And, you know, as we said, we're going to continue to have more podcasts, more promo videos. If you're interested in being on the podcast or sponsoring it or creating your own podcast, we're big on that. We'll help you. We'll show you how. Not really sure how we've done it, but we've grown to 14,000 views on our biggest episode. And we'll just continue to do what we've done and kind of show it to you. And if it works, great, but we're going to help support you. And you're going to have close to 600 individuals within the group supporting you as well.
Yeah. I appreciate you. The group appreciates you. I appreciate you, podcast listener. See you at the group on Friday at 9 a.m. Good on ya.
All right. Thanks a lot. See you soon.